Dude, look at this dandardly bastard. There's something that needs to be addressed. So we came up with the word dandardly, and I googled it, and it's not a real word. So we need like an actual definition as to what the word dandardly means, and we're using it in the context of you are a dandardly bastard.
You know, like just dirt, like, you know, in SpongeBob You know how when, you know, like just dirty. No,
Dirty.
not dirty. I mean, not dirt, just dirty.
So dandard is like dirt,
Yeah. No, dandardly.
and dandardly is like dirty. So dandardly means dirt, just dirty, scum,
Like ragged, yeah, like raggedy.
raggedy ass.
Raggedy.
So here's how it should be, Google, if you're watching this, dandardly under Google should just say raggedy ass, and then that little semicolon, dirt. That's the official definition of dandardly. So when you call someone, when you say you are a dandardly bastard, really you're saying you are one raggedy ass bastard. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad we established that. Dude, look at this dandardly bastard.
Me. You're always walking around with that goddamn camera. Dude, get them out!
I think if there's one disrespectful asshole in this world,
Alright, me.
It's you.
Me.
you are the most disrespectful, most dandardly human. Look at you. From head to toe, you know what I see? You know what I see? I see nothing but a bitch. Me! Dude, you know what I need to do? You know what I'm gonna do? There's this skeleton in my window, and I don't hate Halloween, but this piece of shit stares at me and watches me sleep every night. I think it's ridiculous. I'm fed up with it. So you know what I'm gonna do by myself without your help, because all you're gonna do is absolutely butcher my operation. All right, so the first thing that I need to grab is my car. I'm gonna hurt myself. There's a problem with working by myself is I'm a little weak, so I don't know how my frail little body is going to handle this gigantic ass ladder. I need to put my phone down. I need to put the camera down. What do you?
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
You don't? Can you film actually since you're here?
Stand back and stand by.
Oh shit, dude. All right, so. Okay, so I have the ladder. I just kind of miscalculated. How? Hold on. Okay, I did it. I think that's all I needed. How the hell? What? This is. Oh shit. Do I dare say we're getting a dog? We're waiting on the dog to get here. Have you ever watched the dude who does the... He's the old dude who does the fucking vape reviews. He did the joint. He's like, oh. New heroin burger from Burger Character Burger. New heroin burger from Heroin Character Burger. Let's peep this out. So imagine this, right? It's you versus 65 2-foot tall little kids.
I'll float and fly above them at supersonic speeds, creating a shock boom. A shock boom? A shock wave. A sonic boom.
Fucking shock boom. Dude. I'll start recording again when the dog's here. Oh fuck. It's here.
It's here.
The dog's here.
No way, it's cute as fuck.
Cute? Is it cute as fuck? Hi. God, dude, she's so cute. So we ended up naming her Blue, B-L-O-O. And I gotta say, she's the cutest dog I have ever seen. She's asleep right now because She's a little nervous coming into the house and everything, but expect to see more footage of her because she is, oh my gosh, she's the cutest dog that I think I've ever seen in my life. We have a new dog. We literally have a new dog. It like hasn't even set in yet. That's crazy. So last night was fight night. And needless to say, there was a lot of good fights. It was very entertaining to watch. But specifically right now, I wanted to talk about the Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson fight and the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. fight. So pre-fight, I had been keeping up with a lot of Nate and Jake's social media posts. And Jake had these episodes on his YouTube channel. There was 3 episodes and they were all titled, I Won't Lose. I Won't Lose? Yeah. And basically, it just showed a lot of like the behind the scenes of them training for the fight. So now, before I talk about the results of the fight, I just wanted to say that, like, I don't know, to me, watching everything and watching their training, it was very obvious that Jake was gonna win. I don't know, Nate, I watched a few of his clips and he's a very good basketball player, and I don't think the result of this fight should have taken anything away from that. I think he is a very good basketball player. I just think he stepped into the wrong sport, and unfortunately, yeah. I did feel really bad for Nate. You could tell he just, it wasn't his place. He just didn't seem like he should be in a boxing ring. I mean, I could tell he wanted to knock Jake Paul's head off. I mean, a majority of the world does, but stepping into the ring with him was not the smartest idea. You know, Jake has some experience at this point, and it showed. Okay, pause, hold on. I'm sorry. I was sitting here editing this video, and like, it sounds like I'm supporting or like defending Jake Paul. I did not mean for it to sound like that. By no means do I support Jake Paul or like what he does. I wanted to throw that disclaimer in there. Back to the video. But Nate, God, I felt bad for him. I felt so bad for him. Every time he got knocked down, I was like, oh no. But you do have to keep in mind, Nate was the one who called Jake out. And there was a lot of, oh my God, there were so many memes. I gotta look at a few. Dude, there were so many memes. Like, I'm not laughing, it's not funny. It's not funny. Nate Robinson, a millionaire but sleeping outside the room, yes, I mean, yeah, people are ruthless, Jesus. But like, all memes aside, you gotta respect the man. He stepped in the ring. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I mean, knowing that your fight's being broadcasted to millions of people, it's probably nerve-wracking. I don't know, it takes a lot of guts to do that. Unfortunately, it did not end the way he wanted to. Hold on, we're gonna watch it really quick, and I'm gonna show you guys the knockout, because it was brutal.
It's a hard punch. If you notice though, Israel, there was little defense.
Yeah, you could just see Jake.
It seemed like his trainer only showed him how to, be offensive. You have to be defensive in this one.
Jake, man. You know what, like, you could just see from the footage, he was so much more technical. Like, you could tell Nate wanted to just knock his head off, but again, he wasn't fighting as technical as Jake was. At the end of the day, Jake has experience. He did train harder, and that showed. So again, good job, Nate and Jake. So now let's talk about the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight, because I am very upset. So for those of you who did not spend the $50 to watch the pay-per-view, congratulations, you didn't lose 50 bucks. I didn't really start watching the fights up until the Jake Paul fight, which was the undercard to the Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson fight. The main reason I spent $50 to watch this fight was for Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson is one of the faces of boxing. You know, there's a lot of people. I'm never going to see, I'm never going to see Michael Jordan play a basketball game. I'm never going to see Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson live in concert. I never got to watch Muhammad Ali fight, and I never thought I was going to see Mike Tyson fight. So to hear that he was coming back and fighting, it seemed like a very special and important moment, especially to the boxing world. So for those of you who did not watch the actual broadcasting of the fight, I'm starting from Jake Paul fight. When I started watching, everything that was going on was very fitting for that fight. Snoop Dogg was an announcer.
Snoop talk about dropping it like it's hot.
I couldn't take it serious, you know? Like, it didn't feel like an actual boxing match. It was so poorly put together, and it was sponsored by, I kept seeing the ad for Weed Maps. Brought to you by Weed Maps. That's a red flag. It was so poorly executed. The interviews were so awkward. So I was really hoping they didn't do this for the Mike Tyson fight. I thought it was very disrespectful. They really took away a lot from that fight just because of how it was commentated and how it was broadcasted. It just didn't seem very professional. It seemed like it was put together last second. Oh, the fucking results. The results for the Tyson fight is what got me. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, they went the full 8 rounds. Nobody got knocked out, and it was a really good fight, actually. Seeing them at their age, it was very interesting to watch. I gotta give it to them. They got a lot of fight left in them at that age. But what bothered me was the end of the fight. I mean, throughout the whole fight, the commentating, again, it was bottom tier. But at the end of the fight, they had both of them there, and the ref was holding their hands ready to declare a winner for whichever side. And they were announcing it, and they were like, oh, the judges are doing the scorecards. We'll be back in a moment. And then just lets go of their hands in the middle of the ring. And they're like looking at each other like, what the hell just happened? I don't know if they did a song. They might have let Snoop Dogg sing. That might have been after. I really don't even remember. It was such a hot, steaming crock pot full of bullshit, dude. So after the fight, they had him standing there, and the dude with the microphone goes, so Mike, it was a draw. What do you think of that? He respected the decision. He respected his opponent, was talking about it. And then he goes, okay, we'll get back to you on that. And switches to Roy. And then he says, it was a draw. What do you think about that? Like, oh, I don't know. It just seems so bad. That was it for me. Should I do it? Comment below if I should do a Christmas calendar. Make sure you comment if you want me to do a Christmas calendar for you guys. So you can click here to watch my last video. Click right here to subscribe.
And I'm swerving in the streets. Got you nervous that I'm really lurking. Murder on the beat. Been a burden, now I'm really working. 80 Tennessee. On my server, got your bitch, she working, twerking in the sheets. Hey, get the fuck out of my way.